Southampton have been relegated. I think we can all pinpoint where it started to go wrong. Yeah, that's right, when the big man himself got the sack. And with life in the Championship looming, there's only one man with the expertise and managerial credentials to save the Saints. No, not him. Saving the Saints and getting them back to the Premier League may not be as easy as it seems. It's going to be a tricky rebuild, with some players wanting to leave, believing they're still worthy of playing in the Premier League. And unfortunately, there seems to be no compromise from the board. Their seasonal expectations are for promotion automatically. It seems a playoff run and a trip to Wembley will not be tolerated. And in our pursuit of promotion, an old friend will be up against us, Ralph. He's only gone to Leeds. So with 21 million in the transfer budget, our first priority was youth, young players. Alex Scott was a fantastic signing with longevity in mind. Then we took a sidestep from longevity by buying Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, bringing him back to the club on a free transfer. Versatile, and he's actually not as old as you might think. A very solid squad option. We went back to looking at youth prospects and we got Jesse Lingard. Wait. Trust me, he is a lot younger than you'd think, as well as Ox. Versatile, get us promoted. So then we did try and go and get some more youth in. Right, wait. Champions League winner, former Southampton player. He's retiring in January. Quick 6 months of Gareth. Happy days. The reason we've had to delve into the free transfer market is because we are currently failing financial fair play. We need to sell, and we're still a little light in midfield. So it's loan time. Andre Santos from Chelsea, a great signing, and we're only paying 5k a week. Now, to recoup some of that money so we can adhere to financial fair play, firstly, El Unici said he was exploring his options so he can get out straight away. He kept rejecting contracts. We had to pay him 400,000 just to f*** off. 70k a week. Theo Walcott, 70 bloody K a week. And he's rubbish. I offered him out for free and agreed to keep paying £7,000 a week just so he'd leave. And he did. And a bidding war started for Shay Adams. I thought, let's cash in and sort out our financial fair play problem. After a back and forth with a few teams, we got £24 million for him. Or at least I thought we did. Till we got slapped around the face with a 40% sell-on clause from Birmingham. Great. Financial fair play still not being met, and we've lost our star striker. With deadline day in full swing and offers coming in, we sold Bednarak for 16 million to West Ham and Armstrong to Brentford for 9.5 million. And with those sales, we've put ourselves back on track to adhere to financial fair play, but it's close based on projections. We've got 55 million in the transfer budget just tempting me. The window needs to slam shut, and now. We got off to a decent start, new signing Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain, popping up with the winner on the opening day of the season against Preston, before we ran out 4-2 winners away at Sunderland and 5-1 against West Brom, with Ox scoring a hat-trick there. The wheels quickly fell off with a couple of draws and a humbling defeat to Leeds. At least we're not suffering injuries, right? Jesse Lingard, injured for months, a hip injury. I knew we should have focused on young players. You know what? I'll actually replace him with a youth prospect and give him some game time. However, we bounced back with a convincing victory in the Carabao Cup against Newport, with now a third round tie against Liverpool to look forward to. The injury list continued to grow with Kyle Walker-Peters, but form picked back up and we got some solid wins under our belt. We're starting to gel and score some well-worked goals in the process. 10 games in and we're fourth. We're in the mix. Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain is currently the league's best player. Young Alex Scott, most player of the matches, topping the charts, and a solid start for the Saints. We started October off poorly with a draw against QPR, but bounced back magnificently, winning 6 on the spin to close out the month, beating Hull, Coventry, Huddersfield, Birmingham, Sheffield Wednesday and Millwall, scoring 14 goals along the way. Oh, and yours truly was runner-up for the manager month of October. Thank you very much. We then beat Stoke 2-0 before it was the Carabao Cup tie against Premier League leaders Liverpool. I wasn't optimistic at all until a magical win with a late goal, and we won 2-1, giving us another Premier League opposition, this time Newcastle. We followed the win against Liverpool up with a great 4-1 win against Rotherham before breaking up for the World Cup. At 19 games in, we're 4 points behind Leeds and Leicester, so beating Leicester would really spice things up. And it just so happens, Leicester's next, but with the World Cup break, it gave us a chance to assess where we're at as a team. With the 2 best players in the league and our goalkeeper having the most clean sheets, I wondered, how are we third? We just aren't scoring enough goals. Financial fair play is still a concern if we spend However, we may need a clinical striker in January because Sekou Mara just isn't cutting the mustard. And then, out of nowhere, the Southampton board chucked 18 million at us to comply with financial fair play. And to find a striker. Cue the transfer business, Marcus Leonardo, a wonder kid you all know and love. Probably. Now Mara has until January to keep his place in the team. Let's hope he scores a hat-trick as we batter Leicester. However, the signing of Marcus Leonardo is now confirmed, the work permit is signed, the contract is sealed, and yeah, he's on his way. Mara is now on borrowed time as the first choice striker. But he upped his game and bagged the opener in a 2-0 win against Blackburn before getting injured. In other news, we're supposedly going to get an excellent youth intake, which of course means it'll most likely be shit. Back to the action. We bounced back after the defeat to Leicester with wins against Blackburn and Ipswich before absolutely battering Plymouth 5-1. This led us perfectly up to the next Carabao Cup tie against Newcastle. And the giant killing looks set to continue, with Paul opening the scoring and Jesse Lingard restoring the lead, making it 2-1. Before Callum Wilson popped up in the 90th minute to score the equaliser. We looked set for penalties until Callum Wilson popped up in the 92nd minute to score the winner. We followed this up with an absolute spanking by Blackburn Rovers, losing 4-1 at home. We're just watching time tick away now, waiting for Marcus Leonardo to arrive. After beating Cardiff, the transfer window opened and it seems the transfer team at Newcastle had one too many over Christmas by offering just a measly £19.5 million for James Ward-Prowse. He's going nowhere for that price, especially to Moneybags Newcastle. But with the opening of the transfer window did see the arrival of Marcus Leonardo. The big day arrived, the long-awaited debut of Marcus Leonardo, which turned out to be an anti-climax. Top scorer Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain rescued a point in the 95th minute. We're still in third and the playoffs look a certainty at this point. Leeds and Leicester are just charging towards promotion, just failing to slip up at all. Let's hope January rips their team apart, eh? Salisu came to me and said he was exploring his options, so I explored his options for him. £50 million to Borussia Dortmund, thank you very much, and his replacement, the younger, better and higher potential Andrew Omobamidele. What's more important, he's actually a youngster. We're actually looking at youth for the future. Maybe I've had one too many over Christmas. January was a poor month in the promotion push with 2 wins and 3 draws. We dropped points against Swansea, Watford and Coventry. The wins against QPR and Bolton were resounding, however, and against Bolton at the end of the month, it was a first goal for our shiny new toy, Marcus Leonardo. It's taking him some time to settle. Let's hope he can kick on going forward. The dismal 0-0 against Coventry was compounded by the injury to Sulemana. That's his season over. We started February in positive fashion with a 2-0 win against Huddersfield, another goal for Marcus Leonardo. Things are looking up, however I got that feeling promotion was not written in the stars for us this season. A case in point when Patson Daka scored an injury-timed hat-trick. I mean, what the f*** is that? If that wasn't enough of a kick in the balls, we had Leeds next, and we lost 2-0, losing even more ground. After defeat to Leeds though, we won 4 in the spin, scoring 12 goals, and Marcus Leonardo managed to grab a couple, taking his tally since arriving up to 4. As we move towards March, we enter giant killing mode again, this time the victims, Manchester City. Joking aside, it took us less than a minute for our unlikely top scorer Alex Oxlade-Chamberlain to put us ahead. Sadly, after that, Man City took control and ended up winning 3-2. The FA Cup dream is over, now it's back to securing 3rd place in the Championship. Remember that excellent youth intake? Well, that came through as average. But what wasn't average was our form post the defeat to City, winning 4 games back to back to see out March, scoring 13 goals in the process, only conceding 1. Doubled with Leicester losing and drawing, their lead is down to just 3 points with the final day of the season, us versus Leicester. We could have an end of season showdown. We're back in with a shout of automatic promotion, and this was recognised in an official capacity with the March Manager of the Month award. We arrogantly strode into April and completely dismantled Preston 5-1 with a brace from Marcus Leonardo. He followed this up with a hat-trick against promotion contenders Norwich, 5 in 2 games. He's really settling in and coming into his own. After that, it was 10 unbeaten, and to round it off, Ipswich grabbed a late winner against Leicester, and for the first time all season, we were in the automatic promotion places. We lost our goal-scoring boots in the next game against West Brom, but Leicester let us off, succumbing to a late equaliser. Preston help us out and beat Leicester. They've fallen apart in the last few weeks, leaving the door wide open for us to gain automatic promotion. We finished April with back-to-back-to-back wins, Marcus Leonardo bagging 4 and winning his first Player of the Month award. The win against Rotherham at the end of April all but confirmed our promotion, as we're 3 points clear of Leicester with just them to play. Mathematically we can miss out, but we'd have to lose like 8-0 or something. When we conceded after 3 minutes, I was however a little nervy, but we equalised just after the hour mark and it didn't leave enough time for Leicester to score 8 more. They did score 2 more, meaning we lost 3-1, but ultimately we got promoted on goal difference. We scored 108 goals despite our top goal scorer only having 16 and only 3 players in double figures. Just doesn't seem to add up. An absolutely crazy season in the Championship with 3 teams finishing on over 100 points and 100 goals scored. You've got to feel sorry for Leicester missing out on promotion. But that's phase 1 complete in gaining promotion, and the board has given us £48 million to spend in the summer.